What day are we? It's a Sunday morning. I've just been on a bike ride with my trusty steed to the Rimataka Cycle Trail with some friends. Did around 2 hours. There were a few falls and spills from people involved, and it was a pretty entertaining morning. So it's day 16 of the 29-day live video challenge. Woo! Past halfway. It felt a little bit like going to the summit of the Rimataka Cycle Trail, turning around and coming back. That's kind of how I feel. And what I was thinking about on my bike ride when I was doing a little moment by myself coming back is thinking back to my recent involvement in the Landmark Forum, which is a brilliant forum that really gets you to look at yourself and your life and how you're turning up in it with a lot more honesty and integrity, and basically start calling yourself on your BS. And one of the things that you learn at Landmark Forum, and it's not just unique to this, but it is the fact that as humans, we are meaning-making machines. Now, what do I mean by that, and why did this really resonate with me when I was at the Landmark Forum? Basically, anytime an event happens, let's say a car breaks down, somebody cuts you off in front of them in the car, maybe you fall and sprain your ankle. As humans, we are driven to attach meaning to events rather than just see them as what they are, events. Here's a perfect example. Recently, our pipe in our new house burst and it caused real issues for about 2 weeks. We didn't have water to 2/3 of the house. And you just really appreciate in that moment how much you value water and how lovely it is to have it free flowing from taps. And I initially, when it first happened, and then we had a little leak in the roof, which we knew was an existing problem, it all happened sort of around the same time, and I was like, maybe this is happening for a reason. Maybe, and I suddenly had to stop myself in that moment going, no, a pipe just burst because it is long-term maintenance of a, like where it joins, and the leaking roof was already leaking before and it just hasn't been fixed. And it stunned me in that moment to go, God, Nat, you are attaching meaning to things that don't count and don't matter. And the problem with this as humans is typically it comes from an ego space. That person cut me off in front of me in the car because they were out to get me this morning and they just wanted to ruin my day, versus they just made a really poor driving decision, right? Maybe one of my biggest things when I was at school is that sometimes people would be talking in kind of whispers or quietly, and they'd look up at me as I was coming towards them, and then they'd continue to talk to each other, and I immediately thought they were talking about me. Ego involved, bruised, I would feel really bad. I was like, why are they gossiping about me? What have I done? And they were just talking, but I happened to come in the room at that time. They'd look up as they were talking, and suddenly I took meaning from that they must be talking about me. So you can see how this can show up in your life in really, really bad ways, right? If every single time an event happens, you attach so much significance and meaning to it, you then start going down this whole sidetrack of, oh, well, now what do I need to do? Or what if this happened? Or, oh my gosh, is that person not like me? Or, oh, are they angry with me? Or am I angry with them? Versus this was just an event that happened and it has nothing to do with me, and therefore I'm just going to move on and continue my day and feel calm and happy and grateful. So I wanted to leave that with you today, because as humans we are really meaning-making machines, and it shows up in everything, in your relationships, with your friends, with your lovers, with everybody, and it's really impactful. It's never a good thing. Even if you take good meaning out of it, I still don't think it is a good thing. You've just got to recognize that events happen in life, and they're not anything to do with you or because of a result of something you did or said, and they're not always about you. So we've got to take our significance and meaning out of things and just see them for what they are. And then it allows you to see life in a whole different way. You don't get impacted by things, you don't get upset by things, because you're not viewing them as something that is a direct result of something that you have made up in your mind and attached to that. I have many other examples, and I might pop a really brilliant fable in the description below, which is, I think, a perfect way of explaining this to you. If you're enjoying these, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. There's more to go. There's many more days. I really appreciate everybody looking through the previous 15 days so far. There's some real goodies in there, so check them out. This is a playlist on YouTube, so you can see them all, and I appreciate you. And let me know in the comments below where you have been maybe making a little bit too much meaning in your life, and how that's been showing up for you, and how you can see once you start making meaning out of one thing, it can basically roll over into other areas of your life, and before you know it, you've got all this drama and chaos, which really was nothing that needed to happen in the first place.